requirement is interest. If Shopify as a platform excites you, then I think you can get started with it.
Nice.
People in Asian countries, we are here to get the job done, but Western side, they are there to provide quality solutions by taking their time.
Hi everyone. So today I'm back with another episode of I Am Self-Made podcast series where we talk to people and their journeys, how they are self-made. And today I have my guest Siddharth, who's a senior Shopify developer. And let's talk to Siddharth. So Siddharth, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hello everyone. I am Siddharth, and I run the YouTube channel Set the IT Guy since 1 year now. I have a total experience of 7 years. I have completed my master's degree in 2017, and I've been working as a Laravel Node.js developer since. And yeah, currently I work on a Node.js stack and on AWS service. Yeah.
Great, Siddharth. That's a very powerful tech stack and intro. Tell us, how did you actually come into programming?
So in my schooling years, I was always fascinated with video games. So the interest was always there. And at that point, I knew I wanted to be a software engineer.
Great. Now that's a great journey. So just want to if let's say that if there is a new developer who have not got exposure to Shopify yet, but they are very good with WordPress and they have been working with WordPress 3-4 years now, and they want to switch to Shopify. First of all, what do you suggest? How can they start learning Shopify?
Basically, it's very easy to get started. For someone who is starting their software development journey, Shopify is a great way to do it.
Great. So sometimes when there is a people who go in from WordPress to Shopify, they find it really difficult to understand the template language, and because everything is template based, and new Shopify 2.0 is JSON based components and all that. So do you suggest any sort of a background knowledge they need to have, or background experience, maybe from JavaScript or any other scripting language they need to know? What is the pre-requirement for somebody to come into Shopify?
I would say the pre-requirement is interest. If Shopify as a platform excites you, then I think you can get started with it. There are so many community forums out there where if you post a question or whatever, then you can get an answer pretty quickly.
Great, thank you. So let's talk about a little bit of your career. Obviously, you have a span of 8 to 10 years in your career. So I wanted to understand something like nowadays, maybe you have also noticed like a lot of youngsters are going for becoming freelancers, and they're deviating from becoming an employee, and they go on to become freelancer on different portals like Upwork or freelancer.com, or could be from LinkedIn. They're working privately, and they think that is a the choice they want to do. So do you feel that is a in your opinion only, like what is this, is it right or wrong, or would you consider something like this, or what is your advice for the youngsters who want to grow further in their career?
My advice to any youngster who's been in freelancing is to keep hustling and grow their skill sets. And so there are ups and downs working as a freelancer. My personal opinion is I lean towards a full-time job because
Right.
of the uniformity.
Yes, most of the times when a project is delayed, or there is issues wherein the quality or the design doesn't match with the development, everybody kind of points finger at the developer. So what's your experience been in that sense? And I think most importantly, I would understand why does that happen? Like most of the time people says, okay, the design doesn't match with the development. So how was your experience in that sort of challenges?
Yeah, it's funny you say that people always point at the developer, and I have gone through that. This happens with developers, and that's what we sign up for. And that's what we should be aware of. The greatest challenge that I see among developers is the communication with non-technical people. So software engineers have a hard time communicating to people who are not from the same field as them. So one of the things that we have to learn is to communicate better with the people that we work with, and speak in terms that they can relate to and they can understand properly.
So tell us about YouTube. How did this idea came? And if a developer want to become a YouTuber, what is your suggestion? What advice you will give? But let's talk about you first. So how did this idea came up? And yeah, how did it started?
It started because I believe in free knowledge for everyone. Whatever things I learn, I usually find myself teaching to people. I feel
Right.
like whatever I should learn, then I should propagate to the world, so it helps someone. And YouTube is basically how it started. I thought, I know coding and I need a platform to communicate to people that I can teach you certain things. So why not start a YouTube channel, and how will I communicate? So that's how.
Okay, that's great. That's good to know. So now, Siddharth, we talk about a little bit of your career. I mean, what is your future looks like? What are you planning moving forward? Are you becoming a Shopify app developer, or you want to stay in Shopify only, or you want to be number one YouTuber in Shopify, making becoming the celebrity in the development world? What is your career plans moving forward?
I would keep working with companies. I want to, I like the software development industry, so I would like to stay in it.
Hmm.
With my YouTube channel, I aspire to help people out, newcomers. With every year, we get thousands of people joining the industry with no particular guidance for them. So I
Yes.
wish to become that sort of a person that tells
Mhm.
people that you can learn this and this and learn along with me.
Let's talk about quickly about the changing world and everybody's friend ChatGPT. So
Yeah.
how do you think would it eliminate the junior developer's role? For example, let's say I'm a drop shipper and I need a new section in Shopify and or a new component. Would I simply say to ChatGPT, "Hey, build me a slider or upsell component," and it will build for me? I inject the code, or would the developer need is going to be there as well? So how do you feel that?
Yes. So I see no threat from the AI. I am anti-AI in the first place. I used ChatGPT one time and I was not impressed with it.
Right.
But I do feel like the example that you said, ChatGPT can only give you answer in its own text box.
Hmm.
But it is you who are responsible to copy it and go to the Shopify store, paste it in a proper place, save
Right.
it, and then check your output. And AI is not going to tell you that, hey, 1 week ago you asked me this question, so
Hmm.
you might need to remove the code I gave you a week ago and put the code that I'm giving you today.
Right.
So
Right.
I feel like we need developers. It's not going to replace any kind of job role. It can help us for sure, but replacement, no, it's
Okay,
not
that's
going to do that.
no, that's a very valid point. You have mentioned that obviously we know it's more or less like fixing your car, right? So you can buy the car part, but it's end of the day, mechanic knows where it will go in the engine, right? So we don't know that. So that's a very fair point. So now let's talk about a little bit on the global community of developers. For example, nowadays there is a lot of shift changing. A lot of people are hiring developers from countries like Ukraine and other countries, and the developers from Asian countries like Bangladesh, India, Pakistan. They are having a little bit of a competition, and you working with such big organizations, have you ever got a chance to work with developers from Western countries, and anything that you felt maybe change of attitude or a different way of solving a problem, or different ways of working? What do you feel like, if what is the our Asian community is different from Western community? Any sort of opinion on that?
My opinion on that is I love all kinds of development regions, whether it is
Mhm.
Asian or Eastern European or Western. So the difference that I saw was the attitude towards providing a solution. I feel like Asian countries go towards fixing the problem as soon as possible, and they
Mm,
want to deploy the thing as soon as possible and figure out the things later. But European, I have worked with couple UK companies as well, and
mm,
I saw there that they were towards quality deployments. They want to tell the client that it's going to take time. We are researching into things, and we want to really take our time and understand the
mm.
consequences of the code that we will write.
Right.
So that's the difference that I saw.
I see.
People in Asian countries, we are here to get the job done, but
Mm.
Western side, they are there to provide quality solutions by taking their time. And that's just my opinion. I don't want to say anything like
Yeah.
that.
No, that's true. I mean, this is what we are here to talk about, to discuss. And somebody who is listening, please also mention in comments what do you think and what sort of challenges you have faced in your development career. Perhaps we can all learn from each other's experience, I think. So yeah, Sid, let's wrap up a little bit more. And can you tell us how somebody can contact you, and any sort of YouTube handles or contact information if you want to give? Yeah,
Yeah. So my YouTube channel is Set the IT Guy. If you search that, then that's the channel that pops up. You can watch couple of my videos. I make sure to leave my contact information under the description box of every YouTube video that I post. I have a Discord server you can join. I have a Patreon that you can support me. And yeah, I have my email address in there as well. So if you wish to contact me, you got it.
great. That's a very, very good conversation. So, Siddharth, thank you so much for your time. It was really lovely speaking to
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Yeah, so thank you and all the best. So, this was Sid, the IT guy. He's a Shopify developer and a YouTuber. I hope you liked the interview, you enjoyed it, and you also managed to get good, useful information about Shopify development. If you would like to be on the show, if you like to be joined as a guest in this podcast show, the name of the show is I Am Self Made. Please comment in the video or send me an email, and I would love to bring you on the show.